Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a 3v3 match on the map Potholes. I'm starting in the top left position playing as the Soviets. And what you can see I'm immediately doing is I'm sending my MCV a bit further to the south. And that's just so I can get nearer the two ore patches that are located below me. So I'm in quite a nice position there. I'll be able to deploy my ore refineries right on the ore. And that's really important. You always want to get your ore refineries as close to the ore patches as possible because it reduces the travel time. And I'm just having a look at here what's happening with my teammate because he doesn't seem to be in the middle of the map anymore. He seems to have moved, so that's going to provide a bit of a challenge. So we'll just sort of have a look over in a sec after I've built this ore refinery.
Construction complete.
So we'll build that there. We're going to build a war factory. I'm going to be expanded to that ore patch that I'm travelling past right now. So we're going to have a look at what's happening with my teammate because he doesn't seem to be in the middle where he started. We can see that it's taken his MCV right up to the top right position of the map. And we have to bear in mind that he's going to have deployed it more than a minute on into the game. So that's going to put him back a long way because whereas we're developed, we've got ore refineries out, we're getting our first war factory down. He's just now will be building up, so he's going to be a long way behind. Sometimes, like I moved my MCV at the start, but it was only at a very, very short distance. It's also going to make it quite challenging for us in this game because it means what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to guard our flanks as well so we can get attacked from the sides as well as below. So we're going to have to be quite careful in this game and make sure we have tanks like both below and to the side of our base. Now the type of map Potholes is it's quite an easy map to defend on, and that's because you can see that the map's sort of like split into different compartments and there's like very narrow passages into each compartment. Which means it's usually, sometimes you do get longer games on this map. We can see, I'm just trying to get a bit of scouting vision. And you can see we've got Cyan in the middle guarding that like little passage. Because sometimes where Cyan is at the moment, sometimes it's left unguarded. Right, so I'm just bringing my tanks down straight away. And you can see I'm getting my second war factory out. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be expanding to this ore patch to the top right of my base. So I can get another ore refinery and start. And once I've started building ore refineries there, I can look at getting a third war factory. So you can see at the moment I'm just getting my tanks down a bit. And what I'll do is I'll start picking out off those like stray infantry guys while that are left sort of like on their own. But and I think my teammates now noticed that Darren anyway, who's playing in red, has noticed that one of our teammates is in the top right position. Right, so I'm just building another ore refinery which I'm going to put there, and now I'm going to be able to think about getting my third war factory, depending on the ore situation. So right now I'm going to go for the middle team, see if they've got anything defending in that position. Because you can see they've got infantry blocked there, and you can see he definitely knows I'm coming because he's just moved his infantry into a place where it's harder to squash them. But they're all going to be taken down, and now we're going to go down into his base. And we'll see what he's got. And he's got some flamethrowers, and green is there as well. And because I've seen that green's there, I am going to pull back. Because if we try to push down into that part of the map, yellow's there as well. So if we try and push down with all three teams there, we're just going to lose all our tanks. And that's going to be very, very bad for us. And you can see red now going to guard the middle, which is good. So I don't have to worry about being attacked from that position. But what I'm going to have to do is try and find another place to attack these teams from. And you can just see I'm just gathering up my tanks, and now I've got my third war factory being built. I've also got a radar dome, so I can see what's happening in other parts of the map.
Unit ready.
Right, so I'm just getting a bit of visibility around these entry points. And what I'll do is I'll try and push down here and see if there's anything defending. I'm just getting my third war factory down, so that's going to increase my tank building speed, which is going to give me, obviously, a big help in this. So yeah, I'm just bringing an infantry down, and immediately what I can see is there's green tanks there, because what I didn't want to do is bolt all my tanks through, just for them to get destroyed. So it's always good to just send an infantry through and see what's guarding, but we can see green has got a good defence in that position. You can see he's pulling back at the moment, so I don't know if he's pulling to another side, and we'll go through and have a look what's going on. And we can see that yellow's there as well, so we'll pull right back. And yeah, we've lost HP on one of our tanks, but that's not too bad because I now know I've now got a bit more visibility and I can see what's going on at the other side of that gap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be building a service depot. You can see my ore situation is really good at the moment. But I think what the best thing I can do at in this point is to go for that extra MCV. Because one of the things you can do on this map, and one of the reasons Soviets are quite good on this map, is that you can build, if you build lots of MCVs, you can sort of like do a Tesla crawl across those gaps, and that's what I'm going to attempt. So I'm just getting some power plants just to increase my power, just so I can start building Tesla coils without getting on low power. And I'm just building an MCV, and I'm just going to take it down to this position here. I'm also going to want to sort of like build a stronghold on this ore patch, just so that I have it for later on as well. Because one of the things is important is map control. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the other side of the map, because just before that time, when I was building that MCV down, Darren went on the attack on the middle. And you can see he's got an awful lot of heavy tanks at the moment. And it doesn't look like Cyan's got much to defend at the moment. So let's see what's going to happen. Now, from what we can see from Cyan's build is he's got multiple MCVs, more MCVs than I have. And he's also got a lot of base defences. And that's probably a little bit of a mistake, because what he's low on is the number of tanks he's got. So now you can see red is tearing through his base. And he hasn't got much to defend. Yellow's got a few tanks there as well, but and red's just focusing on buildings at the moment. And I think he's going to take all those construction yards out, and I think that's all of Cyan's construction yards and all of his war factories taken out. And what that means is that even though Cyan has a service depot, he's not going to be able to rebuild. But you can see as this is happening, Squishy, who's playing as a green, is going for attack on Darren's base. And now he's sort of able to push up, and he's going to destroy that refinery. And I think that Darren might have noticed, because he's pulling out, that his base is getting attacked. So we'll have to see what's going on here. So he's got that Tesla coil down. And let's see, what is he going to go for now? Is he good? Because he doesn't have that many tanks at this part of the map. So we'll have to see. And he's going for the construction yard. And I don't think Darren, as far as I can see, I don't think he's got a service depot. So we'll have to see if he can keep this construction yard alive. He has got a lot of tanks. But yes, it's gone down. And that doesn't look good for Darren at all at the moment. And you can see Squishy's got he's got all his tanks back, so he's not in a too bad position if he can hold out, because he does still have that ore refinery to the top of the map. And you can see Squishy bringing some of his tanks to the left, and he's got a few tanks coming from the right now, and this is quite a number. And he's going for that ore refinery, because if he loses that ore refinery, he's going to no longer be able to build any more units once he runs out of ore. And we can see he's quite low on ore as it is, because he does have 3 war factories going at this point. And that looks like it's going to go down. Yeah, it's going to go down definitely. And that means Darren is now out of ore. But he has got a lot of tanks as it is, so he is still going to be able to attack. It's just every tank he loses now, he's not going to be able to replace. We just have a look at our teammate there, what he's doing. And we're going to go back to my view. So this was when I've almost got my MCV down, and I deployed it here because, as I said, I was going to try and go for a Tesla crawl. And I'm just having a look at that gap, and you can see our opponents have also built a Tesla coil around this gap. And I mean, once you get an extra construction yard, it means all your buildings are going to build twice as quickly, but I'm going to need to build more MCVs just to increase that building speed further up. And you can see that with Cyan, whose base was almost dead. So I was thinking about going into that base first of all, but then what I saw is this is when Darren was getting attacked by Green, and when your opponent's getting attacked, that means you have to do something, because you don't want to just leave your opponent fighting all the other people by themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these tanks downwards, and now the multi-MCV strategy is sort of, well, it still could be useful later on, but what I need to do right now is go on the offensive. So because Green's attacking Red's base, I'm going to go down the other side, and we can see that this is where we've only got 3 yellow tanks defending here, so that's quite good for us. And we can see some of our tanks, due to the tracking, are trying to go through the other gap. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our tanks over, destroy that Tesla coil, and destroy Green's tanks. Now, Green is preoccupied at the other side of the map at the moment, and he's not paying attention, so we're going to be able to take these tanks out quite easily, because they're not moving around, and that is a big win for us. And we're going to get rid of Green. Now, Green must have multiple MCVs, because he did start in the bottom right. And you can see Yellow's coming in with some of his tanks. We'll just destroy that Green ore refinery. You can see he's noticed what's going on at this part of the map. And we can see there's some Tesla coils there, so we're going to destroy that first, because Tesla coils do a lot of damage, but they do have very low HP. And I think we've cleared Green's base on this left side of the map. And now I'm just going to put some Tesla coils in my base, and you can see Yellow's trying to go up at the moment, but I'm not too worried because I've got Tesla coils there, so he's just going to get destroyed by them. And I'm going to push into Yellow's base. I can see he's got quite a lot of power plants, so that could indicate to me that he's building Tesla. But because his power plants are located quite far north, well, we can see there's a Tesla coil there, but because they're created quite far north, we're going to be able to easily destroy them. And you can see this is looking bad for Yellow at the moment. And we're going to push down into his base. And you can see that Yellow is selling up. So I think he knows it's going to be good game. So that was... yeah, and I'm just building other Tesla coils in my base, but at this point in time, I think it's quite obvious that this isn't going to be necessary, because it looks like I don't think the other team can come back from this position. And we can see that Yellow's still got a war factory in that place, but I think that's his last building. And once we destroy it, we'll find out. And that's Yellow out of the game. And now Squishy's got 2 teams coming from either side. And Darren's still got some tanks left, and he's pushing into Squishy's base, and Squishy is tapped out because he knows it's going to be over. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.